Our today theory lecture is about platforms and missions. So there are different types of platform like moving platforms, stationary platforms, and geostationary missions, moving satellite missions. So what was the objective? To gain a wider view, we use aircraft up to altitude of around 20 kilometer, and most of our airplane survey are basically fly lower than 8 kilometer to get finer resolution detail and higher than 500 meter, and the speed can be slow as 150 kilometer per hour for this survey purpose. So the laser scanner which are mounted on these airplanes missions are heavy basically, and the maximum weight can be attached as 30 kilogram. And the latest advancement is for unmanned aerial vehicles UAVs, which are gaining popularity for observing possible dangerous areas like forest fires, like floods, earthquake damage assessment, and these can fly at altitude of about 20 kilometer, and this can provide us the pixel resolution as 5 centimeters. The 5 centimeter is very finer detail. Satellites are launched into space, and the first satellite was launched in 1957, which was Sputnik 1, and the the design life is almost from 5 to 12 years. And there is an international space station, and one is Chinese space station. This space station are working at an orbital altitude of about 400 kilometer, and these are traveling at a speed higher than 27,000 kilometer per hour. And there are also low altitude satellites which are about 200 kilometer, and high altitude satellites are above than 22,000 kilometer, even more than 20,000 kilometer. And the higher altitude, the longer is the lifetime of the satellite. The majority of civil earth observing satellites are from 500 to 1000 kilometer. These are the medium range satellites, and the highest range satellites are almost few of them are working on 36,000 kilometer and more than 40,000 kilometer. And the about weight, Landsat 7 weight about 2200 kilogram, and VSAT is about 8200 kilogram. These are used for earth monitoring like crop monitoring, water monitoring, invisible, infrared, near infrared, thermal band. And there are many satellites which are used for disaster management constellation DMC, and these weighing about 100 kilogram. And the pixel size, Landsat 7 is about 30 meter pixel, and the disaster management constellation satellites are working at 200 kilometer with weight 100 kg. They provide more finer details as compared to the Landsat satellite. Next one is aerial survey mission. We use GPS for navigation and for course sensor positioning system, and we need coordinates for exposure stations of camera, the level of camera, the inclination angle, viewing angle. All these parameters matter a lot in order to attain the correct geographic position for any aerial survey imagery. So these are different three types of angle, like roll angle. In roll angle, the UAV or the plane on which the sensor is mounted, like this one is the sensor, and the plane takes picture with this angle. Like here we have earth surface, flat earth surface, and if it is taking the angle picture with this angle, it is called as roll angle. Next one is pitch angle, and the third one is yaw angle. Yaw angle is used where we have to get the image with of side view at 90 degree. We use this one. Satellite mission, all the satellites are working in their orbits. So the NASA has divided total 6 orbits. Each orbit has its path, has its orbital resolution, has its fixed designed orbital speed, and it is regularly monitored by NASA. And minimum 4 satellites should be in one orbit. So for 6 orbit, the total satellites comes up to 24, and more than 24 will be better. Like NASA is USA has 31 or 35, I think. Russian has more than 24, Chinese has more than 24. Orbital altitude is the distance in kilometer from satellite to the surface of the Earth. It influences to large extent area. If orbital altitude is more, then you can view larger pictures. If orbital altitude is less, like drone, we can see the less ground area but with finer or more detailed resolution. You can see the higher the altitude, the larger is the spatial coverage but lower the spatial resolution. So when you have to get the higher spatial resolution, so then we have to lower the altitude of the satellite. So what happens when we lower the altitude of the satellite? Its design complications are there. We have to reduce its weight so that it should be in its orbit at a high frequency, at high revolving speed. Orbital inclination angle, it is in degrees between orbital plane and the equatorial plane, I mean to say with respect to equator. This inclination angle of determines together with the field of view. Field of view mean when we see with our eye, we see any object, then we are seeing that object with different angles. Like if this inclination angle is 60 degree, then 60 degree is coming from a single source. But when it will be spreaded on the Earth, it will cover many kilometers. Like it may cover 200 kilometer, it may cover 400 kilometer. It covers 1200 kilometer in MODIS satellite. It covers 180 kilometer in Landsat satellite. Next two terms which are very confused usually: orbital period and repeat cycle. So orbital period is a time in minutes required to complete one full orbit for any satellite. In orbital period, it is not necessary that the satellite should observe the same ground surface. It is not necessary. Necessary is that it should cover one complete revolution from its starting point again to that point. And what is repeat cycle? Repeat cycle means the time between two successive identical orbits. The revisit time is also called as repeat cycle. It means that it is the time when a satellite observes the same ground area. Like Landsat covers the same ground surface after 16 days, and Spot or other higher resolution satellites like ECONOS observe the same ground surface after 27 days. And the MODIS standard products observe like Aqua product observe the same ground surface after 16 days, and Terra product observe the same ground surface after 16 days. When we combine these two products, we get the data of same ground surface after an interval of 8 days. So repeat cycle in days between two successive identical orbits, you can also observe this with definition. And here we have orbital angles, inclination angles. If a satellite is working on an angle with respect to equator, I mean to say 0 degree, then it will have angle 0 degree. It will rotate around the equator. When there is angle from equator, it will be low inclination angle like this one. It is very near to equator. It is high inclination angle, and the angle which is at 90 degree, this is polar orbit. So there are two polar orbits which are working. One is in this way and second one is in this way. And all the polar satellite whose functions are to monitor the poles only, the snow melt and snowfall, those satellites are launched in polar orbits only. The most important thing is the sensor. A digital camera which is called as electro-optical remote sensor. These are basically, the technical name is charge coupled devices. Like our mobile camera, these are CCDs, charge coupled devices. These store the energy. These can spread the energy like mobile torch, and this can get the data in different electromagnetic spectrum. Like what is charge coupled device? In our even mobile camera there are CCDs like this way. Here we have charge coupled device, a matrix type of company codec, and second one is different model linear codec KLI with different model number like 16801 and 14403. So each company has developed different types of CCDs with different model numbers which are mounted on satellites. CCDs are basically charge coupled devices are based on semiconductor material, and the pixel resolution, purity of colors, all the picture qualities are totally dependent on the purity of semiconductor materials. Here we have concept of FOV, field of view. What is field of view? Like this is Earth's surface and satellite is moving in this direction. Here we have orbit, and here we have its detector array, and here we have its optic, the source of energy, the source of electromagnetic radiation. So if it is active sensor, then it will spread its own energy from this point to this point, and again from optic this point to this point. The angle will be called as field of view. So this is the swath width. I mean to say in Landsat it is 180 kilometer. In MODIS this swath width is about 1200 kilometer. If FOV is more, if this angle between these two lines is more, then more will be swath width. We can say MODIS has larger FOV as compared to Landsat. And what will happen if FOV increase? If FOV increase, then swath width increases, and if swath width increases, then pixel resolution decreases. In MODIS there is swath width of 1200 kilometer as compared to Landsat with 180 kilometer, and FOV is more in case of MODIS, and pixel resolution is 500 meter, 250 meter in MODIS, while pixel resolution is more finer in Landsat with 30 meter pixel. Detector array, this is type of error when we have different types of arrays in our detector, like shift of electromagnetic radiation from left to right or from right to left. So here we have normalized spectral refractance curve, which is A, and here we have NOVA and AHHVR spectral sensitivity of rods and human eye. In human eye we have rods and cones in our eye, but in animals there are only rods. So here we have spectral sensitivity shift of rods in human eye. If this shift occurs, then a human eye cannot be able to predict the exact colors, the purity of colors, like shifting from B to A or from A to B. So this is the detector array. Sometimes this error occurs in satellite sensors, I mean to say in satellite charge coupled devices. So in those circumstances, all the persons with perfect eyesight, with perfect working of rods and cones will not be able to observe the purity of colors and the pixel resolutions or the brightness, hue, saturation. So what is the main system in satellite, how the pixel is designed? We can zoom this picture. Here we have ground surface, and here we have optical sensor. Here is the main lens, and this is the FOV. This is the FOV. And here we have detector array. I mean to say here we have CCD of our satellite sensor. The distance, this distance may be from 2 feet to 8 feet. This distance may be from 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 1 meter, 2 meter, and this distance from this point to ground surface may be 200 kilometer, maybe 500 kilometer, it may be more than 20,000 kilometer in higher orbital satellites. So what happens, like this right side will be reflected on this left side on the ground, and this left side of CCD will be reflected on right side on the ground. All the pixels, here we have green, we have our visible bands, these will be reflected here, and here there will be a ground resolution cell, the final design cell. It will be dependent on this distance, and the pixel resolution which is designed and supplied in the sensor. The main equation is, its main equation is this one: ground resolution cell is equal to P into H over F. F is the focal distance from this point to this point, 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet and so on. H is the distance from this point to ground surface. It may be 200 kilometer, 2000 kilometer. So you have to put these two values in same units, I mean to say in meter, in feet. And the P is the resolution which you can see on different websites. If you see the pixel resolution of CCD device of NASA on for Landsat and MODIS, you can find these values on on different websites. When you will put all these values in this equation, you will see the ground resolution cell. You will find its final value. So this P will also be in feet, H will be in feet, F will be in feet, and ground resolution cell will also be resulted in feet. So this is one of the example, like here we have satellite, and so this is the focal length. Here we have sensor name like Aster satellite. Its focal length is 329 millimeter. Focal length will be from this point CCD line up to focal length. The distance from CCD line up to focal length, it is 329 millimeter and 376 millimeter. And its image pixel size, the image pixel size on CCD device on sensor will be 0.007 millimeter. And you can see the Aster height from Google. When you will put all these values in this equation or in this equation, you will see its ground resolution cell. The next concept which is provided in advanced satellites, that is called as instantaneous field of view. One is field of view and second one is instantaneous field of view. And if FOV is falling at 90 degree, you can see this line, then it is called as distance satellite imaging at nadir. So this one 0 degree. So when angle is different, you can name it with angle like 20 degree of nadir. You can see 20 degree from this line to this line. If it is 30 degree from nadir towards north or towards east, the direction changes. The next concept is instantaneous field of view. Instantaneous field of view is basically a division of field of view. When we divide our field of view into several components like 5 or 6 segments, then each segment is called as instantaneous field of view, and you will sum up all the instantaneous field of view, then you will get the total value of field of view. Like here we have concept of FOV and IFOV. In the satellites in 1980, 1990 and initial 2000, there was only concept of FOV, and whole swath width was covered in same image, but the pixel resolution was lower, which was 30 meter in case of Landsat from 1972 to onward. And the concept was then changed from FOV to IFOV, and the stationary mirror was replaced with rotating mirror. So you can see here we have zoom in picture of IFOV. What rotating mirrors do, it has divided the total swath width into 6 components, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 components. The rotating mirror will take the picture of this circle only. After that it will take the picture of next circle, and then this circle, then this. So all these six circles will be observed at different times with a special focus on each circle. So what will happen by converting the FOV into IFOV? The pixel resolution will be increased. The pixel size, if pixel resolution in whole swath width is 500 meter, then it can be divided into 6 components. So 500 meter divided by 6, you can get the pixel resolution higher, more finer details. Here we have detector, and this is called as across the track scanner. The initial scanners were scanning the earth like this way, the first picture and the second picture and the third picture in the direction of track. So those were named as along the track scanner. But this rotating mirror, when rotates, it covers the picture like this way, first picture, second picture, third picture. So the picture taking mechanism is perpendicular to the track, its main pathway. So it is called as across the track scanner, which provides higher resolution, finer details. Stereoscopy. Stereoscopy is the principle to observe the globe in 3 dimensions. Now there is concept of stereoscopy even in cinema or in 3D devices. What happens? Our simple camera, which we use in our daily life, like Samsung, iPhone, etc. This camera works on principle of one eye, a single eye. A person with one blind eye and one perfect working eye cannot observe the objects in 3 dimensions unless he is well familiar with those objects. Like when you see an object like a door, a table, a chair, you are well familiar with these objects. You can close your one eye and you will observe the 3 dimensions because you are well aware of these objects. But when you go to unseen places like in mountain, you cannot see the 3 dimensions with one eye only. So this is the principle of nature. Like we have 2 eyes. When we see one object from 2 different directions, then we get 3rd directions. When we see any object from one eye, we get only X and Y direction, 2 directions in horizontal plane. And when we see one object from 2 different angles like this one, when we see this object from one eye and the other eye, so it means we are observing this one object from 2 different angles, like this angle and this angle. Then we will be able to see this object in 3 dimensions only. Like this box, this is in 3 dimensions. When we will see this box with only left eye, we will not be able to predict either it is in 3 dimensions or 2 dimensions, because we are familiar with such type of objects in our drawing, in our daily life. So we assume, but we cannot actually predict with one eye. So this is the main principle why nature has provided 2 eyes to see the objects on Earth's surface in 3 dimensions. So this is another example of across the track scanner. Like this box, across the track scanner has a rotating mirror. It will take the first picture, second picture, third picture, and it will cover this path, this swath width in 3 or 4 directions. And then in the meanwhile, the satellite will move forward up to next pixel, next ground surface area. And this one is along the track scanner. You can see this, it has no rotating mirror. It will take the pictures only at one swath width.